The arduous prep before dinner service. Now with every mushroom, every tomato and every herb more expensive than the year before. Figures today show a considerable fall in the rate of inflation. But for the Waterhouse Project restaurant in East London, they're not feeling it quite yet.
There's not an area that inflation doesn't touch, I suppose. So our food costs are going up, our energy costs are going up. People want more salary increases as well. So whilst people have less money to spend.
A fall in domestic energy bills is what's causing the headline rate of inflation to drop. But the cost of eating out, alcohol and tobacco prices remain high.
Does it feel like good news to you?
Not in real terms, I don't think it is. That doesn't make a difference. You know, it's still, things are still going up, they're just going up less than they were. So I feel like, you know, the damage has already been done, basically.
The headline rate of inflation has fallen to 6.8% from 7.9% in June, continuing an overall downward trend from last October's peak of 11.1%. But it's still a long way off the 2% rate it was this time 2 years ago.
It shows that the actions that the government is taking and that the Bank of England are taking, working closely together, are dealing with what is, I think, the biggest threat to the UK economy, which is high inflation.
While the Prime Minister might be on track to reach his target to halve inflation by the end of the year, economists say the Bank of England will be worried as core inflation, once you strip out energy and food prices, remains unchanged at 6.9%, and services inflation rose to 7.4%.
So there's still a huge amount of challenges. We are seeing sort of lower inflation rates than last month. Inflation is still much higher than the Bank of England's target of 2%. That's going to be very challenging for the Bank of England over the coming months. These falls are still largely in line with their forecasts, but actually some of the metrics they will look at are still looking very persistent. So still some big challenges for the Bank of England to get inflation back down to target.
Polly is someone keeping an eye on those targets and any knock-on effects to interest rates, because she's had to cut back to the essentials when her monthly mortgage payments went from £1,400 to over £3,000 overnight.
So if it does go up, you're on a variable interest rates.
Yes, that's right.
Are you worried? Are you going to be able to keep paying more?
I'll have to find a way. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll have to find a way, whether that's taking on additional work or maybe selling a few things. I will have to pay somehow.
With slowing inflation, the Prime Minister insists his plan is working. For some restaurants and households alike, they're still waiting to see whether the proof is in the pudding. Serena Barker-Singh, 5 News.